It's a fairly thin crowd, isn't it? Anyway, if something that we say takes your fancy, our booth is upstairs, S34. It's well hidden, but it's over near the food, so we'd be happy to see you after this. S14, that's it. We've got a market capitalisation of $30 million, and we're West Australian focused. We've been around since 2003. A couple of our directors and CFO are here, and as I said, we'd welcome you to our booth. We stay around Kalgoorlie. That's our area of expertise. But having said that, we listened to Terry talk about the West Pilbara in gold. We've got a project in the West Pilbara. We announced that we've done a joint venture with Novo, who are the sort of the leaders of the exploration push there. And we've also got a lithium project that's coming along nicely in Canada, in Ontario. But let's get back to Western Australia. In April, we said that we were about to start mining. I'm pleased to say in September we commenced mining. It's a very shallow pit. It'll only be about 55 metres deep, and it should be finished by Christmas time. What it's going to produce is a number of feldspar minerals, well, I should say pegmatite minerals, initially feldspar, and it's situated right on the road between Kalgoorlie and the Port of Esperance down here. So we're 500 metres off the asphalt. It's absolutely mining 101. When we start mining, we go through ceramic grade feldspar, and at the moment we're looking for an offtake partner for that, but we've got to bring that to the surface anyway. By the end of the mine, we should have about 300,000 tonnes of potassium feldspar on the stockpile. Once we have finished with the feldspar, we get down into the cesium ore, pollucite, and that we've got an offtake agreement with Cabot Corporation in America, so we'll be mining that, crushing it, screening it, and then sending it to Canada. And that's a shot of the mine yesterday morning. On top of the cesium mineral pollucite, we'll also, and I mentioned the potassium feldspar, we do have lepidolite, the lithium mica, and also petalite, which is again another lithium mineral that they use in ceramics. We also have some high purity silica coming out, and these kind of pegmatites are famous for their gemstones, so we're looking forward to that as well. Oops, what do we do there? So a little bit about cesium. It's very rare in any volume. There's about 110 localities around the world that mention the word cesium, but most of these are a couple of kilograms, so it's enough for somebody to do their PhD thesis on, but not much more. There are only two mines prior to us in the world. One is the Bakita mine in Zimbabwe, which had a resource of about 80,000 tonnes, and the other is the Tanko mine in Canada, or the Burnick Lake mine in Canada. Now, these things were quite poddy, and so what we think is that we've found the first pod, and we hope to be able to find more, because the cesium mineral pollucite, when you mine it, it's got a very high margin when you sell it. And the main use of cesium is in the manufacture of cesium formate. It looks like water. It's got the same viscosity as water, but it's got a SG of about 2.2. So it's quite bizarre stuff when you make a bottle load of it, and it's actually pretty easy to make. The reason why more people don't make it is because there's just no cesium around. The Pioneer Dome I showed you on the map. At the moment, we've done about a 200 metre strike right in the middle of the property, and that's where we found the cesium. We've got 20 kilometres of strike with outcropping pegmatites along them, so our view is that we'll be sequentially exploring these other pegmatites, both for cesium and for lithium and other minerals that come with them. Now, I said that we listed in 2003, and Kalgoorlie, to those that don't know it, is 600 k's away from Perth. It's a mining town. It's got one of the Southern Hemisphere's biggest gold mines in it, but it's also a world-class nickel sulphide area, and these days also a lithium area. So the Galaxy's Ravensthorpe property has lithium. Tawana are just over the road from us here. Mount Marion is up in this area here. So that corridor within that map there is a world leader in gold and nickel sulphides and lithium, and that's why we stay around there. We own the closed or the suspended Blair nickel sulphide mine. It closed in 2008 when the nickel price was dropping. But since we've been working on the property over the last couple of years, we've identified a cobalt corridor through here, and we did some drilling at the start of the year and got some very compelling results, and we plan on doing more work there. Zooming in on that corridor, using geophysics, we can see these long trends with cobalt where it's been drilled all the way along them. So that field of view is about 7 kilometres. We aspire to drill that out over the next 12 to 18 months with a view to announcing something in the order of a 35 million tonne resource. The view with this is that it's very low geological risk from a cobalt point of view, and the grades are also pretty reasonable for this style of mineralisation. So our view is low geological risk, so then it becomes a technology risk. It's what do you do with this style of cobalt? And in WA there's been quite a bit of work done on upgrading these and leaching them without the need to go to a PEL plant. So that's the process route that we'll be looking to take. On top of that, some of the drilling we did earlier this year discovered a new nickel sulphide occurrence around from the mine. So it means that this ultramafic surface here is a live one as far as nickel sulphide exploration goes. So 22 metres of 1% is a new discovery in that area, and we'll be drilling this out over the next 12 to 18 months as well. So why invest in Pioneer? Why look at Pioneer? Since we've listed, we've filtered a lot of ground, particularly in Western Australia, and we've kept the best of it. We've got a number of joint ventures. We're prepared to do deals to make explorers work. We've got the transaction for gold with Novo. We've got a transaction with Northern Star, another company that you might know, and others around. We have got very low overhead costs. We've completed 14,000 metres of drilling already this year, and we're still going. We're now a self-funded explorer, or we will be by the start of next year as we move into the mining operation. Thank you very much.